Just finished watching episode 1 of Daredevil Born Again, and I am not real thrilled. I got a lot to say about it. Let's get into it. That's right, friends. I am the man you may know as Z from Our Reviews Will Kill You, and I am here to talk about Daredevil Born Again, just premiering. What is this, March 4th? Something like that. They debuted 2 episodes, and I watched the first full episode and about 15 minutes of the second episode. The buffering was just really bad. I don't know if it's just me or if you had the same problems, but it was nigh on unwatchable by the time I got into the second episode. So I really only have the first episode to get into. And have I got a lot on my mind about it? I am not thrilled. I'd like to get into it, and we'll talk about it, see what we break down here. But I guess first, I'm going to spoil the first episode, and so we'll get into a little bit of a synopsis, and then I will break some things down, because this is crazy. I was a huge fan of the Netflix Daredevil story. Season 1, amazing. Season 2, kind of a mixed bag. I did like The Punisher, but it was like the tale of two seasons. And then Season 3, I thought was fantastic. Love Wilson Fisk, Vincent D'Onofrio. Love the depiction of Matt Murdock. I like everything about it. Great. Not much to complain about. Some of the one-shots, all that great stuff. This is not good enough, Marvel. It looks like it's directed by amateurs. There's a bunch of framing that makes no sense. You have destroyed the character of the Kingpin. I like on some level where it's going, but... And then you play the good old bait and switch on all of us Daredevil Netflix fans, which is almost a crime in and of itself. So what am I talking about? Let's just, we're going to break down a little bit of spoilers, a little bit of what happened, and then I'm going to show you things as we go along here. First, let's talk about the idea that I have no idea where this takes place in the timeline. I have no idea. There's no real connection. It takes place after Echo, because apparently you had to watch Echo to understand what happens in this, which is an absolute crime. Echo was a crime against humanity, and they completely ruined Vincent D'Onofrio's character, which has carried on over to here. I think he's an amazing actor, but they just turned him into an absolute cuck. It's ridiculous. So what do we find out? The first 5... Also, the first episode is boring. There's only one action piece. He only dresses as Daredevil for one scene. That's it. The rest of it is just Matt wandering around, hearing things. Yeah, we know. You either reboot it and give us a whole new idea what's going on, or make it a continuation of something. It's not clear if he's still the Daredevil, or if he's not the Daredevil, or if he doesn't like being Daredevil, or we haven't seen the Daredevil for a couple years. No idea. But they're hanging out at a bar, and they find out something about there's somebody they're trying to defend is having a problem. Somebody's like supposedly breaking into his house, which they show you someone breaking into his house. And then apparently he needed to figure out where Foggy was. So the law firm is Murdock, Foggy, and Page. Page is not an attorney, but that's okay. So you get Foggy and Page, and it turns out that was they were just trying to get the location of Foggy. Foggy wasn't hiding. The witness was hiding, who was hard to find, but Foggy wasn't hiding. Foggy was literally out at a bar. How hard is it to find him at a bar a block from his house? You needed to rough up this guy so that you could get Foggy to do what? Stand outside and talk to him on the phone? Like, it's ridiculous. And then you have Bullseye come out, and Bullseye essentially, well, it doesn't essentially, he assassinates Foggy. Why? Nobody knows. Maybe we'll find out later in the series. So we have Paige and Foggy, and Paige is trying to keep Foggy from dying, and then Daredevil shows up, and they fight. And Daredevil decides, all that morality over whether or not he was going to kill anybody. He didn't kill Daredevil. He didn't kill Bullseye in the end of season 3. He got him arrested, and how he's out of jail, nobody knows. But he gets him, and somehow decides, I'll just kill that guy after not killing him the first time. Whatever. So he just pushes him off of off the top of a building. The fight scene's okay, but it's so murky, it's hard to like. He throws a smoke grenade in there, which, why, if you're fighting Daredevil and your goal was to fight Daredevil, why you would throw a smoke grenade is beyond me. I mean, maybe people don't know that Daredevil's blind, but it ain't gonna impact him at all. So what are you doing here, folks? So like I said, the fight scene's okay. He ends up killing 11 people. And he survives, and Foggy dies, and then Karen Page shows up in one more scene and will never be heard from ever again because she doesn't want to be friends with Matt Murdock anymore, and she moved to San Francisco. See you later. Good, nice knowing you. So what you didn't know about this, there were alleged contract disputes here, and the creators were like, the new creators were saying things like, we're not sure we want to add these characters over from the Netflix thing. We'd probably have to pay them and blah, 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 blah. So I didn't get the exact details, but I do have here Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson are back in reshot Daredevil. So initially, they shot an entire show of this and it didn't go forward. Kevin Feige watched it and was like, this is garbage, and I can't believe this is what we're getting, because so far it's not good. As part of the new creative direction, they already filmed a bunch of episodes, apparently. They filmed 6 episodes, and they were like, this sucks. So then they reshot the whole thing and took some of the old footage, which apparently is, I don't know. There's 9 episodes. But I don't even know how the full episode count is. I thought it was like 20 or something, but I guess I could look that up, but it doesn't matter. They weren't going to be in it, and now they are. But then again, they're just like, oh, we'll just kill them off because we don't like you, and then she'll leave. Like, what was the point of even bringing them back? What was the purpose? I also want to point out that the title intro sucks, and the music is terrible. The whatever music they're filming for this is absolutely dreadful. Let's see here. And yes, they're reportedly back. So it was reported a couple years ago that they were not going to be in it, but there's been some creative reworkings and new hires. So essentially, Kevin Feige fired the original crew that was doing the show, and then they reconstituted what they had and added a bunch more episodes on the end of it. I have no idea how that's going to turn out because they just put together this whole it's just terrible. So now Matt just wanders around. He's useless. He started a new firm. There's a bunch of new characters. Some guy figured out that he was Daredevil. Whoop-de-woo. And now he's not going to be Daredevil anymore. So you don't have to worry about that because he's not going to show up in the suit. Kingpin's back. He shows up. His wife, again, spoilers, she's like got the whole legal business buttoned up. Except she's buttoning it up with her vajayjay because she's using her feminine wiles to control some of these guys, apparently. At least one of them named Adam, who I don't remember at all. And she's all mad that he's back because he had a good old cry session because of what Echo did to him. So for those of you who didn't watch Echo, which I would assume be everybody on Earth except for me, because I've watched every single Marvel thing possible, and I did watch Echo. At the end of Echo, by her superpower of strong ancestral whammon power, which I don't know what that is. I watched it, but I don't know what it is. Went inside Kingpin's brain and were like, you're a bad boy. We don't like you anymore. And he decides, well, maybe I don't want to be a bad guy anymore. I'll just be the mayor. Runs for mayor and wins. That's the end of the first episode. And him and Daredevil and Kingpin have a conversation in a coffee house about how neither of them's allowed to do what they're going to be bad anymore. They're both going to be very good boys. The weirdest part about this whole thing is it takes me back into like New York is a hellhole right now. Are we saying that we need a Wilson Fisk to take over New York and fix it? Because they don't go party affiliations. They're just saying a strong man needs to come in. And it's like an allusion to what's going on now. Like a guy literally gets pushed in front of a train. And I'm like, that's what's happening in New York right now. Like, what is going on here? The other thing that's a little too meta well, there's also his dating life, which I could care absolutely zero about who Daredevil is dating. That's a whole side plot that's just pointless and stupid. He's dating a therapist. Again, all the Catholic guild and all those other things seems to be gone. He mentions at one time where he's like, I was raised to have grace, but I was also raised to have retribution. Really? Where in the Catholic Church were you supposed to have retribution there, my friend? Because that's not how that works. A little confused. So far, I could just list off the things that I like. The performances. All the actors are solid. They're fine. But the writing is just super duper clunky. There's a part where I guess he's reading a victim statement. I have no idea why Matt Murdock. The man... So he's reading a victim statement because Bullseye killed 11 people. And he's the only person reading a victim statement. I don't even understand why he's doing it. And he literally says, I will never get to see Foggy again. We'll never get to see him again. And it just came off so clunky because he's blind. I think a blind person might say something like the dialogue is just jilted. And half the lines that are being uttered, I'm just like, what is going on here? This is just not good. So I'm not real thrilled. I'm pretty pissed. I don't know what they're doing here. But I can tell you it has something to do with this. Daredevil, let's take a look here. Where'd I go? Daredevil Born Again releases writers and directors as Marvel plans overhaul of series. This was back in... When was this written? October 11th, 2023. So, yeah. They fired everybody who's writing on it. Or working on it. It's an 18-episode order, and it's bad. It's just bad. The direction is bad. Like I said, the music's bad. All of it is just amateurish. There's a part where they're showing reflections of them in glass instead of mirrors, which looks dumb to me. And one of them is like, oh, Wilson Fisk has like a halo around his head. Well, is he supposed to be the king, or is he an angel? Like, what are we going for here? I don't understand. None of it makes sense. And I think people will watch it, and then it's going to fall off because it's just not good enough. There's also this weird framing thing about there's this girl, BBTV, and it's not clear if she has like a pirate TV station or a YouTube channel or what she has. It adds absolutely nothing to the show. It's people complaining about crime, being like, yeah, crime sucks. Oh, there's too much crime here. Oh, okay. Like, it's stupid. Oh, and on top of it, Matt's going to defend a cop killer, which it doesn't seem like the guy tripped and fell in front of a train. It looked like he got pushed, but I don't know. Whatever. I'll review it more if you guys want me to. I will keep watching. But so far, I am unimpressed with Daredevil, and I'm actually kind of upset about it. And I just wanted to share my feelings and rant with you because, you know, I have to share my fifis if they're going to make me watch people sharing their fifis on Daredevil, because there's a lot of fifis going on and not a lot of action. So, yeah, it's pretty dumb so far. Not real thrilled. And let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be completely off base. I'm usually not about these things. It's going to get a big bump, and then people are going to go, what? Is this just more garbage? And they do mention Spider-Man and White Tiger. Who White Tiger is, I have no idea. I haven't seen him yet. We saw, like, screen footage of him, and they mentioned Spider-Man. So, I don't know. Oh, and Vincent D'Onofrio, like I said, is a cuck now because his wife is cheating on him. Because, you know, he wouldn't just immediately murder her. She's like, could you just don't murder my boyfriend? And he's like, I'm not that kind of man anymore. It's like, you caved a dude's head in with a car door. I'm pretty sure you are. So anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. Love all y'all. This was a longer one because I'm kind of I'm agitated. And catch our live stream Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join for exclusive videos. We got them. You've been asking. So we got them. And we have perfect reviews of movies we've never seen before or haven't seen in like forever. So catch those as well. But love y'all. But I'm on to the next one. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for catching the video. Be sure to join our channel to get the education you deserve. Make sure you check out our shorts, live streams, and catch us on all the socials. Don't forget to like and subscribe.